So in my opinion, I think this
Yeah.
is what Trump wants.
Yeah.
Jobs are a big thing in the US.
Hmm.
When presidents come, what they hold them accountable to a lot is how many
Was
jobs are you
how much
creating?
jobs you created?
How
Yeah.
much investment have you brought into the country? How many companies are leaving the
Hmm.
country? How many companies are coming back?
Yeah.
I know that in the past couple of years, a lot of companies in the USA have moved production
Yeah.
into Canada, into
To
Mexico,
China.
into China, into Thailand, into South Korea. Again, just
Hmm.
because
Hmm.
it's cheaper and maybe a lot easier to do business there,
Right.
right? Which if companies move manufacturing and production to other countries, your country
U.S.
loses.
companies. Yeah.
US companies,
Yeah.
your US, I mean, jobs
It
are
goes
lost.
away with the jobs.
When you
Yeah.
close factories, you're ending jobs, thousands and
Hmm.
thousands and millions of jobs, right?
Hmm.
So my belief is this: put tariffs on as many goods as possible, make these tariffs as high as possible, high enough that these companies who are out there in Canada and
They'll come
Mexico
back. Yeah.
find it unprofitable to do business from Canada and Mexico,
And bring it
and
back
push
home.
them back to the United States
Yeah.
where they could do business, pay taxes, and then sell out and
Hmm.
export out to these countries, right? So I believe very strongly that that is what Trump is
That
aiming for.
one. Yeah.
Make your economy as terrible, make business as unprofitable as possible. That way, companies have to look around and say, but why am I here
One man.
producing
Yeah.
at this cost, selling to the US at this high with this high tariffs, not getting enough purchases because the prices are so high? Why not?
Hmm.
Why don't I just move back? Set the manufacturing back there in the US and then sell these products out there. It's cheaper, it's easier to do business like that, right? And
Yeah. Yeah.
investment. I see how much money Trump was talking about, the billions and billions of dollars that Google is going to be spending in the US. That to him,
Hmm.
that was money that they were planning to go invest in China.
Somewhere else.
Now
Yes.
that they are spending that money in the US, Apple, Apple too was planning to
I think
invest
500 million or is it
500.
500
Now they
billion?
are spending that money in the USA. And why is that? Because again, you go spend the money in China, it will take you a long time to make it to recoup if you
Yeah.
have to sell, if you don't have a market in the US, right? And then if you listen to Trudeau was saying that a lot of companies are closing down and moving out from Canada
So they're moving out.
because of
Yeah.
the threats. And then there's a lot of investments. Companies have put a hold on investments because they are not sure what the
Wait.
economic situation is. Nobody wants to put their money in an economy that is not sustainable, that's not stable. So
Yeah.
they're holding investments, which means Canadians are going to either not get the investment, factories are not going to be open, productions are not going to take place, people are not going to be hired,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So if all these companies move back to the US and set up their manufacturing or set up their base there, they
Yeah.
hire a lot more people, they pay
Mhm.
taxes to the government, and I think that is what Trump wants.
Yeah.
Everything
Well.
is secondary.
Yeah.
Primary
Yeah.
reason is
Yeah.
make sure
Yeah.
that every investment is happening in the US.
Right.
Manufacturing he's always wanted to bring manufacturing back. He's always
Back
said
to the, yeah.
that.
He's always said that.
He
Yes. He's
always
always said
wanted
that.
to make things in the US
Hmm.
and not
Hmm.
bring things from all over the place. So key importance for Trump is we want to
Jobs.
start manufacturing jobs and jobs and jobs, no matter what. I think that is what Trump is looking for and nothing else.
Right.
Again, that is my
Yeah. Yeah.
opinion.
And I agree with you. So you're if I'm following you correctly, he doesn't really care that much about Canada, whether Canada becomes the 51st state or
I don't think he
whatever.
cares.
He cares. He
He
really
cares
cares more
less.
about his his home policies, like how he's going to look in front of Americans. Like he
Mhm.
couldn't care less how he looks in front of Canadians
No.
or China. He like and that's a good insight, and I think that ties together well with my point of the parity in tax in tariffs.
Mhm.
You know, if you can get parity in tax in tariffs, then you're not only bringing back companies, but you also have the American companies ship their products more at a cheaper rate and sell
Mhm.
more. So there's a lot of dumping in our economies. So I can see that. And Now that's good insight. I think Trump's focus is really the US. It's not really
It's not.
Canada. I mean, if we can get a good deal with Canada, fine.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, like Canada is not his main priority,
Mm-mm.
or getting a trade deficit. He's like creating jobs and bringing money back to the US. I totally agree with your assessment of that situation.